He had the whole thing planned out, with people from his basic training class helping him. Some were holding signs, and the guys between were holding single roses. The "Will you marry me" sign stood out amongst everything else.
Haley Howard, I am an American soldier. I'm a warrior. I serve the people and must always put my mission first. I will never accept defeat, and I will never quit, especially if that means I will be coming home to you. The distance will be hard, the worry will be harder, and the sacrifice will be the hardest. A soldier doesn't fight because he hates what's in front of him. He fights because he loves what he left behind. Behind every strong soldier is an even stronger person, their spouse. There's strong, and then there's army strong. There's grateful, and there's proud. Will you make me both by being my wife?
Yes. I nodded my head up and down slowly in shock. I didn't want anyone to see that I was actually terrified. He slid the ring on my finger. I didn't even look twice at it before jumping into his arms. No rock on the whole planet could measure the amount of love we had for each other. Nothing and no one meant more to me than Joey did. People cheered, clapped, and threw flowers into the circle as Joey picked me up and spun around. People lined up to congratulate us and shake Joey's hand. One girl came right up to me, extending her arm to shake.
"Congrats, ma'am."
"Thank you," I said as I took her hand.
"You know, I've been with PFC Hunter almost every day for the last 12 weeks, and I've never seen him smile before today. You're a lucky lady."
She said it politely, but I could sense the hiss in her voice. Before I could respond, she rolled around stiffly on her heels and disappeared into the crowd. Joey and I were enjoying our moment, and my head was still spinning when Pop grabbed me and hugged me.
"Congrats, guys. Is there anywhere to eat around here? My treat."
Yes, I have to get my property and load up. Then you can follow me to this barbecue place off base.
We waited for Joey by Pop's car, and when he pulled up, I got into his car with him. There was no music playing, and I had so many questions I wanted to ask. But he seemed a little tense, so I decided it could wait. We pulled up to what looked like a shed. It was small and red, with scented smoke pooling from a shining steel chimney. We stayed at the restaurant for a while and got full-on BBQ and had pie dessert. When it got dark, we said our goodbyes to Pop in the parking lot.
I would stay, but I have to work tomorrow.
I know, Dad. It's all good. Thanks for coming.
I wouldn't have missed it. I'm proud of you, son.
The drive was intense because Joey may have said 10 words in the first 30 minutes. No matter what he did while he was driving, he never let go of my hand.
Is the fit okay?
He asked as he moved the ring around on my finger. Yes, baby, it's perfect. I love the shape, too. I've never seen this one before.
Good, because I was guessing.
Guessing?
Yes, I wasn't sure what size your finger was.
Pretty good guess, I said, impressed with the accuracy. As the ride went on, he'd smile when he caught me staring at him. It didn't seem like he was in a bad mood or anything. He just seemed a little distant. I was fine without any conversation at all. It was fun to play DJ, and just being in the same car as him, being next to him, was good enough for me. The ride back didn't seem nearly as long as the ride there. When we got back to our building, I waited while he unpacked the car, and I picked up whatever I could lift off the ground. I stopped by the box and checked the mail since I'd only recently developed the habit. I got up the stairs faster than Joey and set his bags down by the door to find my keys. What is it with guys and not wanting to make more than one trip? I watched him come up the second flight, and he looked like a pack mule with multiple bags hanging from his arms. I finally found my keys, and just before I'd picked up the last bag, Joey made it up.
Haley, wait.
Joey demanded loudly. The sheer intensity of his voice made me freeze on command. He dropped all of his bags instantly. I thought for a moment that I may have a spider on me, but Joey grabbed me by my arm and slung me behind him. What's the matter?
Did you lock the door?
He asked in a louder than normal volume and with one raised brow. Yes, of course I did, I said, very sure of myself. Joey pulled a small black gun from behind his back, cocked it, and pushed open the door with its tip. I stood there shocked, a little shaken by the fact that he just yelled at me, and a lot more from the fact that Joey had a gun. I saw him go in and come out a few seconds later, closing the door behind him. What's your deal, Rambo? Can we go in now?
Well, baby girl, it looks like someone broke in. No one's inside, so don't freak out.
His bag slid down my arms in slow motion at the entrance as I walked into our now ransacked apartment. Joey's letters were strung all over the living room, and all the cabinets were wide open in the kitchen. I walked to our bedroom, and all the lights were on. In the bathroom, my makeup was slew, broken on the vanity, and I was in complete disbelief. I walked into our closet. Clothes had been ripped from hangers, and there were empty boxes where designer shoes, his and mine, used to be. I started to cry, not because of the items that were taken, but from the nauseating sense of being violated. Someone was in our house, going through our things, taking stuff and breaking it.
It's okay, baby girl. It looks like they only made off with some shoes. No big deal.
Joey said, crouching over me and stroking my hair. I swear I locked the door, I said softly in between sobs.
I know you did. There are marks on the door frame from where they pried it open.
I'm so sorry, Joey. This is not what I wanted you to come home to.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault. There's no need to cry, and you're going to ruin your makeup. All I care about is that you weren't here when this happened, and that you're safe.
I turned around and looked up at him, feeling pitiful. I knew my mascara was running in wild lines down my cheeks, but I couldn't control the tears. It is my fault. I'm the one who forgot to set the alarm. They broke up all my makeup. They stole the fancy football jersey you got me for Christmas, and even your gaming console.
Haley, I don't have a gaming console.
You did. I bought it for you last week and a new TV, which, by the way, is also gone. I yelped like a hurt puppy.
I'm so sorry. We can get another TV, and I'll replace your makeup. I got your 6.
My 6? What does that mean?
It's just a military term I learned. It means I have your back.
I like it, I said, wiping my eyes. He only smiled and gave me a half laugh. He picked me up off the floor and pushed the outfits that I tried on this morning off the bed. He set me down on my back and lifted the front flap of my dress. Wait, I said, running to the bathroom. I needed to make sure I wasn't bleeding if we were going to have sex. I sighed when I wiped clean and walked out of the bathroom.
You good?
No, we can't do anything right now. I haven't shaved,
Woman, get over here.
he said, pulling me in for a kiss. I'm serious,
Me too. I don't care about that. Now sit on my face.
Joey said, laying down on the bed. I gasped at the pleasure of his tongue inside of me, and I let him eat me out while I rode his face. When I woke up, the place looked like a model home. Joey had cleaned up and reorganized our entire apartment. There was no evidence of what happened inside it only hours ago. I called out for Joey, but he didn't respond. He must have gone to the store, I thought as I started the shower. While I was mid-scrub, I heard the faint sound of drilling, but I just assumed it was coming from the next unit. I got out, dried off, got dressed, and walked into the kitchen where I found Joey preparing breakfast. I grabbed him from behind and kissed his middle back. Good morning, sexy face,
Good morning, baby girl.
he said, half turning to kiss my forehead. What you making?
Breakfast.
I laughed and kissed him again. It is so nice to have him at home. I walked into the living room and plopped onto the sofa. When I looked up, I saw a large TV mounted to the wall in front of me. Joey,
Yeah, baby girl.
where did you get this TV?
That's our TV.
It did look like the same TV I'd just bought last week, but I couldn't be sure. I got up and examined it. Sure as shit, it was the same model and size. But how?
I knocked on some doors this morning and found out where it was, then went and got it.
Just like that?
Just like that.
He mocked me playfully. I was teetering on the edge between impressed and frightened. My man is a motherfucking gangster, I thought. I really wanted to know more, but I didn't ask any more questions. We ate breakfast together at our table and talked.